Morning everyone. I just wanted to take some time today to do a video for you, to go over a video that I put up a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks back, when I spoke about if you wanted to start running. Now, as you've seen, I do tend to go on about running quite a lot, and I do love running, but it hasn't always been that way. Now, when I first started running, I was overweight, I was very depressed, I was smoking and drinking. This was many years ago, but I didn't have the motivation to do anything. I was in between jobs, but initially I started because I just felt that I needed to lose some weight, and I needed to work on my fitness because I was really going downhill. But at that point I was extremely unfit, and I couldn't put one foot in front of the other without being out of breath. And I certainly didn't have the focus to do it. As you're all very aware, I have ADHD, and my ability to focus, well, back then was pretty much non-existent. But yeah, not only was it having an impact on my physical health, but it was starting to have a great impact on my mental health. But as I said, I couldn't put one foot in front of the other. So I started to run and walk. Now what I found was I would run a little bit to a lamppost, walk a little bit. That can only be a few steps at first, but what it did was it took the pressure off of me. Didn't feel like I was having to run if I didn't want to, but also I was finding the motivation in myself to run, because I knew that by doing that I'd be achieving my goals. And this is another reason why that works. If you have a personal trainer, or you have someone who's barking orders at you right from the get-go, it doesn't work. It just works on the part of the brain that you're being told what you want to do. You're being told what you need to do. You're being told what you should be doing. And it just doesn't work. You need to kind of trick your body and mind in a way. But yeah, as I said, what it was doing for my physical and mental health at the time was unbelievable. And the way I did it was to start to run, start to walk. Now, I did that without any great sort of structure to start with, but after a while I had a route in my mind which was like a loop, a circuit, and I gradually increased my running steps. So essentially what was happening was, over time, I was actually at this point now starting to look forward to going running. Over time I was increasing my running steps, and my walking steps were becoming far fewer, to a point where I could start to run. Now, I was starting to learn to get in tune with my body at this time. I'm starting to know my body. A lot of the time now when people train, what you'll find is they're governed by a watch, governed by their GPS. I do use that now. I love my smartwatch for running. But when you first start, you really need to get in touch with your body. You really need to understand and listen to your breathing. Get used to your breathing, and you need to start to enjoy the run. Now, I want to bring you a lot more on this, and I want to bring you a lot of exactly how I've broken that down over the years. Because not only has running become a great way of keeping me fit, and by the way, all functional training is great for body and mind. And as I've said before, you can't separate the two. But if you start like that, and then you start to, it only has to be a small route, run, walk, get used, you'll find your body, you'll find yourself building fitness gradually. And then, once you've done that, it doesn't matter how long it takes you, don't put pressure on yourself. Just make sure you're consistent with it. You know, everyone's going to have different fitness levels. Just make sure you're consistent with it. Gentle run, walk. Gentle run, walk. Start to create that loop. Visualise that loop in your head. The way I like to see that is, if you imagine a board game, so you've got like a board game that you are the counter on the board, and you're visualising the board game, and as you're going around that board, you're seeing yourself getting closer to home. Now, if you can do that and then gradually increase that time, decrease your time, you will start to realise that you will start to run that whole circuit. Now, I'm going to show you, explain better ways of breaking this down as you start to become, as you start to increase your fitness levels, of really good ways of how you can tune your mind into this. And as I've said before, this is going to be of great benefit to you, but it's going to be a great benefit to those of you who have ADHD, especially, because if you can get into this focus, like I said, I hated running. I did not want to run. I now love it. And as you can see, out here in the mornings, it's a nice place to be. So, in summary, a loop in your head, short, run, walk. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Get to know your body, know your breathing. You will find over time that you start to run more and walk less. That is a great way of starting. Very shortly, I'm going to put up a video of how you can then start to progress that. Now, again, in summary, a game board, that's your route. You're the counter. Each step you move forward is a step closer to your goal. You will feel that you've achieved a lot, but you need to make sure that you take very short steps, but each step you visualise is taking you towards that goal. Okay? I hope that's of help. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon.